secrets that are really going to help you make a lot of money, right? Obviously, you are familiar with dexscreener and Bullx. Bullx recently released, their updated version of, the usual Bullx platform is called neo.bullx.io. So link is in the description. It's way much more advanced than the regular Bullx.io. So if you haven't really migrated from Bullx to Neo, you have to do it right now because the updates are absolutely amazing. They have many different mechanisms and features that you can see that we didn't have access to previously. Like, for example, the snipers, bot users, and a whole lot of other different features like wallet tracking as well. Wallet tracking is absolutely amazing, and it's something that you can really get to utilize. So as you can see right over here, there is a wallet tracker. You can simply add as many wallets to track, and it's going to be like done in-house. So it's going to be very easy for you to get those notifications in comparison to using a third party wallet tracker. This is one of the reasons why I really believe Neo Bullx is absolutely amazing. Anyhow, enough about that. So right now, as you can see, if we go to the explore page, right, it is absolutely overwhelming because there's a lot of different cryptocurrency projects that you can be looking at, and this really gets a little bit dicey. So every second pretty much there is a new meme coin which is being created and produced, and this is one of the reasons why there are filters that you can utilize, which really helps you to sort of streamline and separate, filter, and sort of have a specific category of meme coins that you would love to take a look at. So this is one of the reasons why in my previous video I did really go in depth with regards to the filters that I use. So in case you guys are really curious about the filters that I use, for example, for the new creations, these are my filters right over here. So these are the settings that I have. I've got dev holding by about 25. As a matter of fact, we can even reduce this one to about 15%, so it doesn't really matter. The volume to me is the most important thing. Okay, so anyway, before I get down into the rationale behind how to find the best and the favorable filters and the trading mechanisms that you're supposed to be using in order for you to like make a whole lot of money trading cryptocurrencies, I really want you to understand a few concepts when it comes to trading meme coins. So number one of the things that really separate the best meme coins from the worst meme coins are obviously these things like volume, demand, which really drops down into time frame, okay, the time, and also the community is going to be the number of holders and the people who are supporting and rallying behind a project. So if you take a look at these three pillars of the things that you're supposed to be considering, especially when it comes to like filtering out your type of meme coins that you would love to consider with regards to spending time analyzing and just basically getting interested in. Okay, these are the few metrics that you're supposed to be looking at, and then on top of that, right, you are supposed to be trading psychological levels. Okay, so when it comes to meme coin trading, right, a lot of the technical analysis, technical analysis levels. So by these psychological technical analysis levels, I mean, the 150, the 100K, 250K, and 500K, 1 million, like that, and 5 million US dollars. Then from 5 million, the other psychological level is obviously like a 20 million. Then from a 20 million, you do have like a 50 million. But most likely, these psychological technical analysis levels that you're mostly going to be dealing with, especially in the early stages, right? Because for the most part, right, you are going to be trading coins that are obviously going to be the freshest coins. So these coins are going to be roughly less than 20 minutes old, okay? 20-minute old cryptocurrency meme projects. These are this is the time frame that you're going to be looking at. So if you take a look at these parameters, right? Number one, volume, time, demand, community holders, and psychological levels. So these three pillars right over here, the volume, the demand, and the community, these things are going to help you sort of come up with your filters. So when it comes to the filter area, right, there are three categories, right? There's the new creations, the about to graduate, and the graduated. Mostly I only focus on about to graduate and the graduated filters, because these filters really sort of sure they really represent cryptocurrency projects that are much more interesting to trade, if I can put it that way, because they have a few data points that you can consolidate and take a look at. So when it comes to the about to graduate, these are my filters on Neo Bullx. So take a look at this. So when it comes to my graduated filter, you can screenshot this and have this, because this is very important. In order for us to sort of get to discuss about all these things, I really want you guys to have the right settings. If you follow what I'm saying, you are definitely going to make a whole lot of money. So check this out. About to graduate. The dev holding should be, 25. You can even reduce that to 15%. Doesn't really matter. The number of holders should be about 60. The most important part is the volume. 55,000 US dollars should be your minimum. Of course, the more the volume, the better. Okay. Then the other important metric is the time frame. So when it comes to the about to graduate filter, I really want you guys to focus on volume and the token age. Remember what we talked about right over here, right? Volume and demand. Volume and demand play a key role when it comes to the type of filters that you're supposed to be using. Number one, high volume shows that there's a lot of potential. Number one, either the team is very experienced, they've got a lot of money, they are sort of very calculated when it comes to doing stuff. So most of the times, very well calculated team managers, project managers, meme token creators are really going to have everything figured out. They already know when to hit King of the Hill, when to sort of hit Radium, what it takes to get to King of the Hill, and what it takes to hit Radium. So obviously they're going to have a lot of volume. Okay, number one, or rather number two, they could have a community behind them. If they have a community behind them which is backing them up, right, obviously there's going to be a lot of demand coming through, which is still going to come to the same thing. Volume and the time is going to be very minimal. There's going to be a lot of demand, and there's going to be short time frame with regards to getting to achieve certain things. And this is one of the reasons why I am highlighting volume and time. So now take a look at the time frame that I'm talking about. The sweet spot for finding the best high momentum. And by the way, the reason why we are filtering these out is because we want to find the best high momentum type of cryptocurrencies to trade on Bullx. So the cryptocurrencies that are going to be having a lot of volume and achieving this volume in a short period of time. Okay, because if coin A produces a lot of volume, or rather exhibits a lot of volume in a short period of time, right, in comparison to a coin that doesn't produce as much volume in the same time, right, it means overall there's a lot of demand for coin A. You understand? So this is one of the reasons why I prefer having 55,000 US dollars as a minimum, and the token age should be about 3 minutes. Okay, so going to the about to graduate filter, this is what I have right over here. The number of holders is 100. The volume now doubles, close to 90,000 US dollars. You can also put it at 110 as a minimum. And then the most important thing is the market cap, 150,000 US dollars. The reasons why I have 150,000 US dollars is due to the fact that I am looking at these psychological levels right over here. So all the coins that graduate, they need to have a certain type of standard. And I want the standard to be the market cap should be above 150,000 US dollars. So the biggest difference when it comes to my filters with graduated filter and the about to graduate filter is the aspect of volume and time, and also the market cap. When it comes to the about to graduate filters, right before they hit radium, the market cap obviously should be above 45,000 US dollars, right? And this is the minimum market cap, okay? Because if it's going to go below 45,000 US dollars, right, it's probably not going to be king of the hill. Well, it's already king of the hill, but it's not going to graduate and hit radium. So this is one of the reasons when a coin is migrating from pump fund to radium, right, there has to be certain type of criteria. And once it hits radium, right, I want it to hold a specific standard. I want to have that graduated meme coin having a specific standard. And usually on average, as far as I have been trading this, and I do trade like pretty much on a daily basis, a lot of coins that graduates that recently had a high number of volume and a short turnaround time frame, right? Or the other thing that I forgot to tell you guys is about the token age. When it comes to the graduated filter, right, my token age is 12 minutes. Okay, so when it comes to the about to graduate, I have a threshold of a maximum of about 3 minutes with regards to the token age. Okay, so graduated filter, the token age is around 12,000. So I'm not really caring much about the the bots, the snipers, and all that good stuff, right? Because that's going to be dealt with a little bit later. By the way, why am I looking at Bullx? I'm supposed to be looking at the Neo Vision. So anyway, let's go back to Neo Vision. Let me show you what I have right over here. So when it comes to the insider wallets, I want it to be less than 10%. Sniper wallets should be less than 20. The number of sniper wallets right over there. And then the bot users should be about 3,000. Okay, so we're still coming back to the same stuff. And by the way, I'm really glad that happened, because now you're able to see the difference with regards to the Neo Vision filters and the Bullx filters. Okay, so you saw the Bullx filters, what it had, and now you can see the Neo Vision filters and the advantages and the few things that you can apply to your filtering. Okay, so with this one, you're able to include the insider wallets. I usually love to keep it less than 10%. Maximum should be about 10%. The sniper wallet should be around 20. Then the bot users should be less than 3,000. The volume, we could also put it, above 90,000 US dollars. That's absolutely perfect. But I usually love having it at 55,000. But on average, even if you had to put it at 90,000, that would still be okay. Because to me, the most important factor that I'm really looking forward to with regards to analyzing the graduated coins is the market cap. The market cap should be above 150,000 US dollars. Okay, so the token edge here is about 30 minutes because I want to see what previously graduated. But if you put it at 12 minutes, you're going to have very fresh coins, and you're not really going to miss out as soon as they graduate. You understand? So you really want to minimize the token age as much as you want. But if you want, you can put it at 30 minutes. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so those are my graduated filters. When it comes to the about to graduate filter, right? The insider wallet stays the same, about 20%. You can reduce it to 10% if you want. Doesn't really matter. The sniper wallets 20. Then the bot users should be less than 1,000 US dollars. The volume here can be around 55,000. So the difference between the graduated filter and the about to graduate filter is the threshold of the market cap, because I want my graduated coins that I'm going to be interested in looking at, they should maintain a market cap value over 150,000 US dollars, because it is a psychological level right over here. Okay, so one of the best coins that you're going to be trading are already going to have had graduated. A lot of times, you're barely going to graduate. You're barely going to trade a coin which is just going to be stuck in the about to graduate, which is going to give you like an easy 10x upfront. So a lot of coins that are bound to do like 100x or a 10x upfront, like in a short period of time, a lot of them are going to have a lot of demand. Remember what we talked about, a lot of demand, and the time frame that they're going to be able to like graduate and be able to hit radium is going to be very, very fast. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of our filters have got very short time token age, because they sort of get to achieve a lot of these things because the demand is super high. So remember, when it comes to the graduated filter, keep it at 90,000 US dollars as the minimum. When it comes to about to graduate, keep it at 55,000 US dollars etc. So the secret to making money when it comes to a lot of these fresh coins, and by the way, I hope you guys really get to understand the emphasis here. I am emphasizing on recently created coins. Obviously you guys understand that the freshest coins come with a lot of opportunities. They come with a lot of return on investment. They come with a lot of lucrative plays due to the fact that they are fresh and you can easily hit like 100x. Of course, I encourage you guys to trade established meme coins, but established meme coins means the juice is also less. So this is one of the reasons why time is very, very important. You want to get the freshest coins. However, these fresh coins need to have very important data sets that really increase the probability of them doing very well, which brings us back to the issue of psychological levels. So most of the times when the coins that you are filtering out, like for example this one, let's take a look at this one, truck driver. Right now the market cap is 177,000 US dollars, and it has got a volume of about 1 million US dollars, and the number of holders is around 1,134. So let's take a look at this and analyze this coin. Of course, a lot of your trades are going to be very short trades. Usually I do not keep meme coins more, especially freshly created ones. I do not keep them for like more than 30 minutes. A lot of them are usually gonna be less than 30 minutes. I'm in, out, just make my money, then I get out. The reason why I am trying to emphasize on the fact that you guys need to only trade psychological levels is due to the fact that a lot of meme coin investors usually make moves around these levels. If a coin graduates from the neo filters that you already copied from me, right? If it does well and it graduates, right, people are going to be looking forward to seeing how the price is going to graduate. So let's say, for example, the price graduates and it goes to 100k. If it goes to 100k, stabilizes and produces this type of pattern, maybe it goes up, comes back down, stabilizes like this on 100,000 US dollar, there's a high likelihood that it's going to push up towards the upside. On each psychological level, right, if you see this bullish flag pattern forming, then best believe there's a high chance that it is going to break out towards the upside. And this is one of the reasons why, number one, like for example, this one, of course, this is obviously, like a simulated bot. This is a bot because humans do not really trade like this. This is obviously a lot of bots, which is okay. I mean, I usually trade coins that are being manipulated, artificially pumped by the owners, bots, etc. Doesn't really matter to me. Profit is profit. So just like I was telling you, right, when you see the price holding the 150,000 US dollar level, there is a likelihood that it will break out. So if we just give this a little bit of time, right, we're going to see the amazing breakout, and it's happening right now in real time. The reason why this is happening is, number one, it kept the psychological level right over here, which is the first one. The first one is roughly around 150,000 US dollars. Or if it happens on a shorter time frame, right? Like on the maybe 1 second time frame, you're gonna see it keep the 100K level. If you see a coin that is freshly created, less than 30 minutes, less than 3 minutes, if it's holding on a 100K level, best believe it's going to potentially hit 250 or 500 level right over here. So what I usually do is when I catch these good trades, right, I start getting in, let's say sub 100K, and then hold it, sell at 250K, watch it react. If it goes to 100K and keeps it, I'll get back in again, sell at 250. If I see it holding the 250K area, and if it's showing signs of bullish momentum, I also keep it. And then it breaks out, it probably goes to 500. I sell at 500, it continues doing that on 500. If it does that on the 500, best believe it's going to go close to 1 million. It either goes to 750 or 800 million euro, 800,000 dollars, and later on it comes back down to the psychological level, which is 500K. If it fails, it goes back to 250K. So when you see a meme coin, first of all, pump from 100K, goes to 250, goes to 500, and then goes to 800,000 US dollars, right? And then comes back down, loses the 500K level, comes to 350, goes to 500K level, and then gets rejected. There's a high likelihood that it's going to fail and it's going to come back down to zero. So as you can see on this particular trade, right, we are facing a lot of resistance at the 250K level. So this is happening in real time, and this is one of the reasons why you guys have to understand that I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now we are a little bit overwhelmed by the 250K. It went to 260,000 US dollars, and right now it's struggling. It's like going back and forth. So if I were trading this coin sub 100K, right, I would have obviously sold right now, and I would have been looking for reasons to get back into the trade. So right now it's going back to 260, 261. Like it's trying to like gain some momentum. It's trying to push back up. You understand? So right now there's a high likelihood that it's going to sort of find some more buying pressure, and it's going to go up. If you see it trading above 250, there's a high likelihood that it's going to finally push out and go to 300K, even 500K. So as you can see right over here, it has broken the structure. The 250,000 is no longer acting as resistance, and it's right now coming back down. So these are the things that you're supposed to be looking at. The psychological levels are very important. So what you have to do is just know a few basic TA structures. You're obviously going to know the bullish flag, the falling wedge, and all that good stuff. But if you really want to be successful, right, and if you really want to make money, understand the aspect of volume and how it impacts demand. So take a look at this. It failed to maintain. Now we're back to 200. So maybe we're going to be here for a long period of time. But what's happening right now is the bots are farming people right now. They're trying to see whether there's enough demand, etc. So what's going to happen is maybe eventually it's going to come back down, etc. So you have to look for more reasons why you think this is going to do very well. Honestly, if I were trading this, I would let this go, because it's not really showing very strong demand, because it already went to 288. It didn't go back up, like it didn't push further. I would have preferred it to sort of break this structure like it did right over here, then produce higher highs and higher lows. Then that would have meant that it could have done very well. So as you can see, it got rejected on the psychological level, and right now it's just losing steam, and it's just going to continue losing value and value until it goes back to basically zero, or it just loses its it loses its strength entirely. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, These things work. I know what I'm talking about, and you have to follow these different structures and guiding points in order for you to do very well. So yeah, it lost that psychological level. It means it's probably not going to perform very well. So just see how the prices are going to be interacting on these psychological levels. So the reason why I was giving you the volume, the time, and the community behind it is because these three pillars are what really makes you identify a freshly created coin which is going to do very well. And like I told you, right, all these time frames that I'm looking at, they are extremely minute. I'm looking at 3 minutes, a coin that was created 3 minutes. When it comes to the graduated filter, I'm looking at coins that were created 12 minutes and below. I've got 30 minutes right over here because I want to just give myself some time to figure out, or rather find some coins that graduated here. So if you use my filters, right, most of the times there isn't going to be a lot of noise here. You're just going to see a few coins pop up here and there and then eventually do very well. But if you use my filters and you use this knowledge that I gave you, you guys are going to be minting and milking a whole lot of money. Speaking about minting and milking a whole lot of money, you guys have to be part of my trading group. We do a whole lot of stuff, and 2025 is gonna be a very, very massive year for us. Right now, I do have Elite Alpha. Well, we have about 15 to 20 members. We are going to be doing a lot of big stuff. Obviously, this has been a learning curve for a lot of people who joined our Elite Alpha for like a few weeks, a month plus some few weeks, because they've seen what we are capable of doing, and we have also made a few mistakes here and there. As a matter of fact, we've made a lot of mistakes, which really makes us better. It really makes us seasoned type of investors, etc. So what's about to happen right now is we're just going to be making big moves from here, because we have failed enough. We've made all the wrong mistakes, etc. This is one of the reasons why you guys have to be part of my trading group if you are interested in joining our Elite Alpha and our super amazing trading group. Please send me an email, 2019nextup@gmail.com. We do fund management. We help Solana meme coin creation, my sniping and bundler software, trading consultations and tutorials, just a whole lot of different stuff. So if you really want to make a lot of money in 2025 and you have a decent portfolio, you just need to elevate yourself to the next level, just send me an email and then we'll pick it up from there. However, even if you do not do that, just follow the advice that I'm telling you, and you guys are definitely going to do very well. So that's all I had for you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I go by the name of Hype Man, aka Muna, aka Romeo, aka Crypto Hype. So yeah, talk to you guys a little bit later.